Hello, I'm Iris Matthews, a romance author, and today I just want to have a little bit of a retrospective look on the PCA conference I recently attended. Again, PCA stands for Popular Culture Association. They had their national conference in New Orleans in April of 2025, and I had submitted a short abstract for a paper presentation, which was accepted. So that was very exciting for me and nerve-wracking. It's a very academic, scholarly conference, and so it's not like a reader event necessarily, although obviously if people are studying romance, then they probably are also fans of the genre. And so I had a delightful time. I got to hear wonderful paper presentations on all sorts of things related to romance studies. Some things included, who's consuming romance these days, and how are they talking about it on social media like TikTok and Instagram and Reddit, and then how is traditional publishing trends and independent self-publishing trends influencing authors, and what are various subgenres of romance kind of producing, and what does that mean for readers? What kind of response are we eliciting? And so during my paper presentation, we had a Q&A session at the end. Typically it was 4 speakers were scheduled. Not everybody could attend due to traveling concerns, but typically 4 were scheduled. In my case, there were only 3 of us who spoke during our time slot. And during the Q&A session, we had just wonderful questions about, why we picked the texts that we did to, do a close reading or a, close examination of, and where does historical fit right now, and just wonderful conversations. There was a workshop where we spent time trying to come up with a somewhat academic, scholarly definition of tropes and how they're used in romance. And we had a kind of round table workshop on our last day on Saturday, where everybody talked about the various things they are researching and working on. And by the time I left, it felt like a really great community and an important topic to be studied. As obviously I definitely believe in the romance genre's power, and it was wonderful to see it being elevated and respected. So I had a very lovely time. I will do another video on some of the costs financially of attending conferences, how I chose to, choose where to go, what events to attend, and that kind of thing. But overall, I had a really lovely time. It was a little lonely to start, but in the end, I made a lot of friends and connections, so I was very happy that I had gone, and am just kind of mulling over everything that was discussed and considering what my own next steps are. So thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you.